Hello, everybody, and welcome to Arc of Fire Gaming Network. I am Arc, and we are doing a live tabletop session, which you'll be able to catch in post on the podcast. By the way, this will be podcasted.
Nice.
So there you go. I'm going to hand this right over to our DM, and we will be good to go.
All right. So, to get us started, we have a few leftovers to get through. So, after hold was dealt with, Presto rewards you. All of you have your stuff marked down, except for... Did y'all get with him about his stuff?
Probably not.
No.
He's a working man, you see here. It's always
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we'll brief you on that
Already
later
made fun of
during the
that
break
all
or
the time,
something.
yeah.
But after hold was dealt with, Presto rewarded everybody.
Yeah?
Y'all find yourselves in a tavern in Burrell, in the same city where you're in,
Okay.
drinking away, and
Like we're all in the tavern?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. My kind of place.
Hey, it's a mighty fine brew right here, lads. I'm glad you guys could join us for this mission, even though you were too fast. You went too quickly down the tunnels. But thank you for being at my tavern.
Your tavern.
Your tavern, sir.
Well, my family did build it.
Oh.
Still not his tavern.
It's not.
This is
it's
parents'
his,
tavern.
his daddy's.
Yeah. Daddy's money over there.
Do you know who I am?
See, that's exactly what a person like that would say. Thinking they're above the law.
Well, this is some dang good meat, though. I'll tell you what, I really appreciate the craftsmanship you have put into this. I can tell it has been very well and very, God, what's the word I want to use? Just the quality.
I've had better.
It's made with real goblins.
Oh.
The question you were supposed to ask is, made by goblins? No, made with goblins.
No, I heard you the first time. I was
That's
a
the
little
catchy
bit,
slogan.
little bit startled.
A little bit. All right. So we're here, and I appreciate it. I keep dropping my accent.
It's hard to.
Now be mindful of some of those potions. Now, don't let it get to your head. Mind that. You had that problem that long time ago. We got over that. Who are the rest of your kinfolk?
Well, myself is Feanor.
Yeah.
Just to say, I live in the shadows.
Well, I can see you.
Or do you? Do you see me?
Ooh. So there's just one of you. Got it. All right.
Sure.
You're supposed to help me out. You're supposed to give me the introduction, man. I am Orc
I don't like
Thrisk.
this guy, so I'm not going to introduce him.
I'm Orc Thrisk. I'm a mountain dwarf, home of a clan named Durgrams and Jeetum.
See,
And
he gave him
this
too
guy-
much to drink. He's already intoxicated.
That's pretty
Can't
much
help it,
standard
you
for the
know.
dwarves.
Yes. Lower class people, anyway.
And our wonderful companion here is
I'm Dursalar, kind of scholar.
Well, I can tell. This is my compatriot, Mina.
So,
Bartender.
Is there alcohol
Yes.
there's always
at the
alcohol.
tavern? Are you sure?
Whoever
Could
was
I
threw it
find-
together,
could I
there's always
possibly find some
alcohol.
That's right.
Bartender.
That's right.
It's all non-alcoholic beer. No.
Ah, okay.
What?
Need another round.
They don't have enough alcohol here for you.
Cletus, go on the back and get the other jug, the special one.
Oh.
Cletus. Okay.
So what is this special concoction you got going on? What is this?
The gnomes, I tell you, their spit is so fragrant. It makes great mead and a really good liquor.
Reminds me of a drink I know of called chicha. It's same thing, kind of in the same sense. It is very gross, but also can be very flavorful. And
I used to, I used to have this friend named Nathan, and he dated a girl named Chicha. He always used to talk about her. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
Special need.
What? What'd you
Is
say?
that the special
Get
meat?
me
He wants a
He's
special meat.
requesting
Oh.
a special meat.
No, you're supposed to
I've been
be.
giving.
I forgot that I
I've been
said it back
requesting
then.
for like the last 5 minutes.
So, Griff, what do we see here?
Yes.
What's in here?
So, about half of the tavern is people recovering from the potion side effects. The other half, about a quarter of the people are around Presto. He's getting tossed up on people's, crowd surf. Everybody cheering.
Presto!
And the other quarter are just, like this table here, or sitting on their own, just, I'm just here to drink.
Yeah. All right.
So,
Do I see any fine women around?
there are lots of really fine elf and half-elf women.
He doesn't like our kind.
So, and then that's where I say
He likes them hairy.
there is no woman around here that strikes orcs with a keen eye.
I do. So I will preface. I think dwarf women have beards. When
They
you
do.
end up-
Yeah.
They do.
And they pop up out of holes in the ground.
Yes.
You stereotypical bastard.
Most times they forget to know if they're even women or men. Blind crapshoot.
Gotta get them undressed to find out.
Oh, Lord.
But it's so hairy, how would you even know?
You have to judge her.
Okay, so what's...
That went way
All
farther.
dwarves as cousin it now.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining. Good gracious.
So what brings y'all to this town? Huh?
For me, I am earning honor for my clan, Durgrams and Jeetum. Just trying to also explore and have a good journey. With my fellow companions here, we met up later down in the road of our journey. This right here, mine right here is searching for something I heard of.
I'm searching for my father. We lost him a long time ago, before the war.
Where did he come from? Where did he go?
He was a traveling merchant looking for treasure. Left me and my mother alone by ourselves. My mother is greatly ill, so now I'm currently traveling with my fellow compatriots here.
That fellow's awfully silent.
He gets that way. Has a little bit of a history with this.
More like those silent but deadly type, kind of like those. More like his farts too, as well.
That's what I was thinking, because it has a white smell to it, but that's normally what dwarves smell like.
We have this little musk. I call it a musk.
It's more like, it smells like shite.
At least I have grammar behind it, okay?
Well, you'll be very mindful around here, because we got a lot of pirates that like to frequent this place. And some of the locals aren't very keen on it, but the loyalists, I tell you, we're keen to changing things.
Are you?
A little bit. But
Okay.
you can talk to Mina about it. She knows all about it.
Fish, trade, crime.
I hear you.
What's that?
So what brought y'all to
Woman
here?
of very few words, but right down to the point. I like it.
Why use more word when small word work fine?
The Kevin language. Got it.
Very good. Just to have that
I
ground.
think I know this, Kevin. You speak of.
I happen to speak giant.
He makes the chili in the back.
Oh,
Only spills it twice a week.
That's right. The secret is.
Put it on the floor.
So, you two. Why are you two here in town?
Or are we not?
But yeah, why?
No, you're still in Burke.
Oh yeah.
Brr. What brought y'all here? This
Oh.
tavern.
Recruitment.
Yeah. We were sent here to see if we can find some people to help with some issues back in our town in Saltmarsh.
Sounds like a great chance.
What
for
issues
us
would
to
those
bring
be?
on.
You'll have to find out now, won't you?
Does this job pay?
Yes,
How much?
it pays.
You sound like a whore.
Well, all I can tell you is if my family helped build this tavern, we helped build a lot of places back in Saltmarsh, so there's plenty to go around.
So is your parents hiring me, or are you?
A little bit of both, and Zeus.
Zeus.
Who's this Zeus person you speak of?
You ever heard of Zeus?
Zeus, he is the god of all gods. He is the one I serve. Protect my town and my... He will smite you down. You remember when I almost electrified you and that guy? When he was like, busting through like some big red ogre.
I actually have nightmares.
What you do?
God's never been there for me before. I don't believe him now.
All right.
Oh dear.
Okay. All right. I got nothing for you. I'm sorry. I got nothing for you.
That's not too
You're
weird.
supposed to be his prophet. I mean, come on, man.
So
Tell him on the religion.
Right? You're supposed to.
now,
be knocking on
as
doors.
you say that, I use a thaumaturgy, and my eyes glow, and then you slowly start to see like the mug and electricity. Well, what that was? Electricity. Just start going all over the entire mug.
Is a ghost.
This definitely will. Zeus will make better beer than anybody else. That's for damn sure. And I'm out.
I'll take some of that beer.
Make sure you're grounded first.
You electrocuted.
All right.
It's got a bit of a shock to it.
Zeus, pull me a drink.
Yeah, so ahead of you, promises of riches aplenty and a very large merchant town named Saltmarsh.
I think we heard tell of this Saltmarsh. Tell me more about it.
It's a nice seagoing town. It's got issues, as any town probably would. You have urchins like mine here who try to pull themselves up from their proverbial bootstraps and then latch onto me like a barnacle.
Our Sam.
It's not too far from here. I can't remember exactly how long it would take to get from here to there.
So about a day's march following the road. Shorter than that if you don't want to follow the road, but you probably want to follow the road.
We follow the road. I've got a few places we can stop off to if we need to. The townsfolk love me. Absolutely love me.
Do they have beer?
Always.
All right, then I'm in. Gang.
Did you hear my last name?
Maybe.
Atsumar Bierstead.
Oh. That's a dang good name.
That's a grand soft name right there.
They need stronger things than beer for me. Do they have anything else?
Of course. We had to get rid of a whole bunch of goblins, and when you grind them up, they make really good, liquors.
Intriguing.
Something specific. You can
I'm like
tell
sitting here
them
going,
about.
Griff, I'm sorry, man, I don't remember everything. Keep going.
Is there a goblin guts liquor? Cause okay.
What would the
Sure.
liquor be called?
There's
This sounds a lot less tastier than what I normally drink, so I'm like
Yeah.
trying to like.
The underground.
Underbridge Brew.
So there's a local drink called Claw
The
Wine.
garments drink.
There's a what? I can't
Undergarments
remember.
A
drink.
local drink called Claw Wine.
Claw wine. Ooh. And I know there's a tavern somewhere in town. It's run by this orc lady. I know there's more than one, but this one particular one's run by this orc lady named Gorza. So she's a foul woman, but she serves good meals.
Yeah, she's spicy.
Sometimes.
I can imagine.
Does she like waffles?
I don't know her like that.
Because in the morning I like to have waffles.
That's a nice boulder. Yeah, well, there's plenty of things to do. There's taverns to see. There's women and other such things.
I do enjoy playing poker and card games and such. Is there anywhere to do that?
Oh yes, my famous pub has plenty of that. I make sure of it. Multiple levels. We play this game called Crease as well. There's a bunch of like priests and little figures and shit all over the board. You got to move them around in different angles and L's and Q's.
Interesting. So, with this recruitment you guys are doing, what exactly does it entail? What are we recruiting for?
So you guys won't know exactly. You guys have just been told by the council to round up some adventurers.
So did they give us any criteria?
Anybody that seems like they have anybody that can handle themselves in a fight and also have a fair to middling skill of investigating.
Ah.
Okay. So I impose my question again. What does this tale of adventure you guys have for us entail?
We're looking for a certain skill set. Problem. But we can't exactly give away until we have a dedicated personnel.
Interesting.
How are you expect
So
us
you're
to follow
I know.
without us knowing what we're getting ourselves into?
Honestly, sounds kind of scary.
Do you want some
Not.
money?
I think we need more than money, don't we?
I don't know what you're inferring, but I mean, money's good for me.
You there? Tell us about you. You haven't said a damn word.
Oh yeah, just I'm a man of books, so words are not much for me. But I'm a man that I'm trying to find some research, trying to figure out, for one, an answer from a dead colleague of mine out of a note he sent me before he died. Also, just looking for more knowledge.
Yeah. Well, we've got lots of books there in Saltmarsh. An entire library.
They're like coloring
And,
books, probably.
Even for you, Mr.
More
Fëanor.
like death notebooks.
Mr. Fëanor, right, Fëanor?
What is that, sir?
We have a very large and illustrious library, as well as historical records that you can peruse at your leisure.
Yes, our employers have informed us that if you weren't pleased with our dealings, that you can just chill out and enjoy our town. We will be having a celebration in your honor
That's just intriguing.
upon arrival.
That's intriguing. But I think to kind of give us over the hill to make this decision, we need something to be, as you say, taste of our lips will loosen our decision. Maybe something cold.
Maybe almost like one of those little free memberships to free beer once a day, every day, for the day I die. That sounds good to me.
I'm game for that one. That's a good one right there.
Got a drinking partner for life. That's what I'm talking about.
That's right.
Cheers to that. Now, for me, you got me sold. I don't know about everybody else, but
Well, since they're not speaking up, you sold it for them.
Yeah, library's
I'm
good
for
me.
that.
Money.
To beer. To beer.
To alcohol.
To knowledge.
To knowledge in the form of beer.
you can observe very many things in a brewery. In a tavern.
The pencil is quite fitting.
Yeah. Last line. So, other than that, just we're in good. Just speak up a little bit. Mostly from this side of the table.
Yeah, probably about me.
More than likely. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It could be possibly.
So, Mina will also pipe up that she's not supposed to say anything. She's just not supposed to know. But she heard her boss talking about 400 GP per person. Just to wet your lips a little bit.
With 400 gold. in each one of your sacks, not separated out. I mean 400 per. Would that whet your appetite a little bit more, past the free beer?
I think we need to discuss it between ourselves first.
Well, keep your pants on.
Alright, you can't hear us no more, okay? We speak in private. 400 gold?
Sounds like a no-brainer. I just want to make him sweat a little bit, see if we can get a little more out of him. What do you think?
I like the way you speak.
I like it.
You like it too? Do we push for 500? Just go ahead and throw it out there. If we don't ask, we don't get it.
You know, yeah, exactly.
Try.
Exactly. You know,
If we don't get it, we settle for the 4.
Right. So we have spoken and we debated a while, and we really think that for our adventures, for our expenses that we had during this adventure, you know, to Saltmarsh, I think 500 probably sounds more reasonable for our
450.
Alright, so
Okay, 400, but access to maybe some more magical endowed items.
So I heard 450 with more magical endowed items. Is what I heard.
400.
I agree with that. I like that 450 with the magical
400.
endowed.
Asterix. There will be a few accounting fees and processing paperwork, which may happen to add up to about 50 gold apiece.
You have yourself a deal.
Deal, sir. Deal.
Damn taxes.
When do we begin our adventure, sir?
Well, let's go ahead and head to the town, unless there's anything else you guys need to do around here. Gather your shite.
We need to take a piss.
You need to take a piss, eh?
Maybe. I mean, I had a lot to drink today.
I can tell.
I'll be back in a second.
Alright. You really have to piss? Okay. I was like, you crawl under the camera.
Just see sliding down the table.
Like a snake.
Alright, Mr. DM.
So, with that, the next morning, y'all set off on about 8 hours hike to Saltmarsh. Following the road is the safest route. It's about 34 miles-ish.
Average day's walk.
Yeah, for,
You're gonna be able to make
for
it up this
y'all
hill
as
there?
adventurers, yeah, that's nothing.
I have no problem with you.
Takes y'all about 8 hours to get there,
Short legs, though.
and as you approach the town, can you go ahead and pop up the thing? So as you approach the town, you see first a large, beaten down, crumbled gate, still intact, still capable of holding things back, but you know, on the older side. Past that, a very large, sprawling port. Saltmarsh itself is really, really big. There are so many docks, large docks, for very large ships. The whole town mostly gets its money from fishing and trade. Fishing is the main dealing, but all of the things they don't make themselves, they import, and they export things from, you know, farms out along the roads y'all would have come. You know, just farmland out there. It has always been a fairly rich city. Unless it goes several days with no fish, which almost never happens, everybody is throwing money around. Some things you'll see right as you go in. In fact, actually, the first thing you see as you go in is a bar. That one is the Wicker Goat.
The Wicker Goat.
Bar and a tavern. Or bar and an inn, I should say.
Like a gastropub.
Yeah. It looks like one of the oldest buildings in town. It is pretty old, but Heading off to the right, it looks like mostly houses. Houses, one really big, odd tower. Going down towards the river, some small houses, then stretching out towards the sea down there, you get a few more business-looking places, a market, a few more houses. Across the river, the houses start getting a lot bigger, and the places start getting a little nicer. Those are the newest parts of Saltmarsh.
Ooh.
One building does stand out, and y'all will point it out as the council hall.
What's the number on that?
That one is 14.
14.
Yeah. It is a fairly big 2-story building, and y'all will mention that your contacts with the town, the people hiring, are there. There's going to be a party in y'all's honor, as she said, over at Primewater Mansion. It is lost the number here. 16.
So right across this.
Yeah, right on the docks. He has 3 docks that are just his. Just his fishing company.
Nice.
Sound like a beer stead.
But the party's not going to be until tonight.
Okay.
Or rather, the next night. Y'all are getting there right about dusk. The next day, y'all have until evening to check out the city and, just see all of the sights, buy and sell anything you want, just explore the town. And for tonight, there's 2 choices on places you could stay. Both of them are taverns and inns. The Wicker Goat is the first one. It is, like I said, older. Snapping Line is further in town. And it is a bit newer. 13. Why am I missing
What was the
that?
name?
Right about
The Snapping Line?
About
Oh, yeah.
It's right above the council.
Yeah, the Snapping Line, right next to the council building, is another tavern and inn. Y'all have your choice on that, but the Snapping Line is the one with, I think it's the Snapping Line with the Claw Ale. Let me double check that.
Which one is beer stead?
None of them.
You've got the hole in the wall on the side of the fishing place.
They call it the glory hole.
I'd rather say Mr. Oh my goodness.
So,
Jeez.
So your family will have some connections to the other tavern. They don't really have an inn there. The Empty Net. It is halfway over the water. I believe.
Pretty sad
Where
name.
is it?
What's
Oh,
the
number
name?
8 is the Empty Net. It's on stilts
Oh.
out in the water,
Hey.
or
Hey.
partially. It's kind of a rougher place, but anybody that causes trouble gets dragged outside and thrown over into the port.
That's the reason I like that place. You can see all the other ones. Everybody feels comfortable away from some of the bureaucrats and shite like that. And then you can just, you get angry with somebody, you just throw them in the water. You got to puke? Go over the edge.
That's why I like
Where's
it.
like 2 people in there?
Another bonus to it is that the town guard don't go there unless they're specifically called.
Right. What keeps it very secure is the fact that I frequent it. And I like to use the phrase, crack around and find out.
It's either that or he's that annoying that no one goes.
Exactly. He's the only one there.
I don't know, guys.
So it's like he has a whole tavern to
So-
himself.
I'm not annoying, you're annoying.
Where would you like to go?
honestly, whatever it costs is the cheapest. To be honest. I mean, my thing is too is that we have Mr. Bierstead. If Bierstead can get us in a nice place to stay with.
I don't think that Bierstead will get us in a nice place. I think he's more focused on what has to
He
best
has
alcohol.
the connection. I think he can.
Do I?
Mr. Bierstead, if we stay at this place that you know of, is there a way we can get lodging at a fair to almost maybe, dare I say, zero cost?
As long as you don't argue for that extra 50 per again.
Okay, I'm dealing with that.
You can't blame a fool for trying.
First night's free.
Where would you recommend us staying then, sir?
Oh, let's see if I've got any extra spare room at mine, the empty net. We've always got some extra nets hanging underneath the pier.
There are nets hanging under the pier you can stay in, but wouldn't recommend it.
Now the place across the way, the tavern right across, you can see it next to the other place. That's a good inn to stay at, but you're not going to get free beer there.
Snapping line?
I know that fella. He used to date a sister of mine.
But then again, if we go to snapping line, we get better beer. So,
Do they have my wine there, though?
which one? The one with about the goblin or the claw?
Any kind of wine.
I have the claw there.
Did they call that the clapper?
Oh, good lord. Good lord. So,
Snapping line it is, I say.
very well.
I'll
I'll
second
attend
that.
to. I'll walk into it and I'll introduce you to the owner, whose name escapes me at the moment.
And a wrist.
Hannah Wrist. That's such a name. What the hell?
Hannah? Is it Hannah?
So
Yeah, Hanna.
we make our way through the town. I would assume. Mina, please
Yes.
go up ahead and let Hannah know that we're approaching with a group. I expect a discount for them.
Sure, I go and I properly don't ask for a discount.
Nice.
Do I know
So-
Hannah?
Yeah, you'll have met Hannah before.
Sup? Sup, Hannah? How's it going?
Yeah, she'll just ask for 50 SP
Okay.
because she knows this is council.
She'll do what?
She'll ask for 50 SP
I
because she
will-
knows this is council.
I will go
business.
ahead and
That's a
drop that.
50% discount.
Okay.
I will go ahead and drop. Ching,
Yeah,
ching, ching,
so
ching.
night will go fairly well. Everybody is healed. Long rest. Everybody's full health. By the way, I forgot to mention that at the beginning that y'all would be full health, all your spell slots, all that.
Yeah.
But in the morning, y'all are free to explore Saltmarsh. You two will have to make a stop off at the council first, but then y'all can go through town. I can give y'all some some things you might do normally in Saltmarsh, but
Yeah. Well, I know I'm probably gonna have to stop by, pray and cleric stuff. Bestman.
You holy man.
More ways than one.
Cool. Jeez.
Nathan will not pop up. I apologize.
So, to do this, I'm gonna say we do downtime initiative again.
Downtime initiative.
You two will both be last because y'all do have to stop off at the council first.
Right. Okay.
Do we get to roll for who's?
Yeah, go ahead and roll for which of
order?
the two of you get to go.
Do you want us to add our regular?
Yeah.
Okay, so 18.
Let's just say I epically lost with a 1.
Okay.
You had the ones out of the way.
I did. Yeah. Roll them out of the way. Roll them out.
So,
We're all gonna roll?
Yep.
I mean, like dice.
What? What is the odds? Wait, to move that, I gotta take a picture of that. 1, 2.
A 3.
Are
Oh
you
my
adding
God.
your initiative?
Did you roll a 1?
Roll a 1.
No way!
What is happening?
Random boss, roll. You're a 3. Jeez, what is going on here?
We're getting him out of the way, everybody.
A 3 is gonna go first, probably.
Right, you
Holy
think?
macaroon!
Y'all add that to your initiatives and tell me the total numbers.
Oh, initiative?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Me too.
No.
It'll be
2.
2,
4.
4. Yeah, so the 3 roll is going first.
So bad.
Jeez.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Da-da-da-da-da. We should just roll this big boy right here.
No.
It's so heavy though.
Roll it.
Yeah, we need a.
Get a
need
1.
a
Roll,
mouse.
I gotta get a bucket to roll it in.
Yes.
roll it
Okay.
for a 1.
Roll on the ground. On carpet.
That's fine.
Okay. Just making sure we're doomed.
Yeah, that would destroy this table if we
Yeah.
kept rolling it like that. I'll get like a bottom of a bucket to roll it in. A big old bucket.
We can get one of those really large mouse pads.
Yeah.
Or just a cushion.
Yeah. Pull it on a couch.
Yeah.
Or just don't use it.
That's true. It'll just be.
Makes it too complicated. Use it and don't use it.
Yeah, so this is a nice little 3D printed giant.
I see they saw
And it
a
glows.
giant one at the Close to Million. Big one.
Uh-oh. We have a beastie who likes to travel around here too, so you may hear her many times, right?
So, probably the easiest way to do this, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
As I come to everybody in the initiative, I'm just going to ask, what do you want to go and check out in town? What are you looking to do? And, like, if you're wanting to go to a bar, drink, listen for information, I'll tell you, the different places in town that are relevant to that.
Can I add a little flair here?
Yes.
So, mine already has one, but I pull out this like coin that's got the Bierstead logo on it, and I got a few of them, and I hand them out to you 3. So they're like, if you ever have any like kind of an issue, thank you. I hand out the coin to you, and so you can present it, and it may or may not do anything.
Yeah, depending on who it is.
Depending on who it is. But it's better to have it than not have it than be some stranger.
That is something important that they would have told y'all on the march over.
Right.
There is very much a political divide in the town right now. There are 2 factions, the traditionalists and the loyalists. They have connections in the council with the traditionalists. The traditionalists want Saltmarsh to stay the same, as it always has.
Mm-hmm.
Trading, fishing, maybe a little bit of, light smuggling here and there.
Light smuggling.
Okay. I don't know what that was. I like
the
that.
hill up. It's the hill up.
But the other
Larger
faction,
one.
the loyalists,
This one?
are
For the larger one? This one?
The large one. I like big.
so the other faction, the loyalists, are people
Size
that are
doesn't
more
matter.
willing
It's
to listen to
emotion
the
in the
king
ocean.
of the country, Gilland, where you are. And they want the town to be under the king's thumb. They want mining, the dwarf mine that is opened up to be the main economy of the town.
Which one we're starting with there?
The mining
Sounds a little more
operation
vocal than
is
others.
staunchly loyalist. They're loyal to the king. The council members they know are staunchly traditionalist. They want Saltmarsh to be, a relatively free place like it always has been. And the other loyalists in town are people from the kingdom that have been sent here to get, the town more converted over to the king's direct influence.
And that's local wildlife law.
Mhm. So you show that to a traditionalist? Oh yeah. Well, oh yeah. You're good. Show it to a loyalist? Maybe not. Depends on who it is with a loyalist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lady.
sir.
Furinator.
Good information.
Good info. You were taking notes like an FBI agent. So,
Shorthand.
shorthand. Wait, is that a short joke?
He is a
Only for
dwarf.
a dwarf.
Only for a dwarf. That's right, because us tall mother don't have to worry about that.
I'm 5'5", so
Something else important that they would have told y'all. Pretty much the only thing that the council has ever fully agreed on for a long time was hiring y'all.
That's how great you guys are.
There are problems, and both
No.
sides are like, yeah, no, we need to have these things dealt with.
shows you that money you can't buy everything.
What?
It
What?
does. It does.
But for the first downtime, Varys, with his roll of a 3, is the most up with the sun and coffeeed up and ready.
Not that right.
We're not all, we're all not morning people.
We're all dead. We drank too much the night before.
So, what kind of things would you like to check out in town? There's shops everywhere, bars everywhere.
I think there might be a
Check-
library there, sir.
Yeah, I was like, is there a library there?
Yeah, there is. So it is a personal library of Eleander. He is one of the council members. And Eleander's house is way down on the tip of Saltmarsh. Yeah, if you're interested, they will have pointed you towards his house, and you can check it out.
I'm interested.
So, you approach a fairly large house, and at the door, walking up beside you, there is a half-orc walking up. Hello, you have business with Eliander.
I'm just here to check out the library. I heard it was massive and fantastic.
Yes, Eliander's library is quite comprehensive. Nice to meet you. My name is Craig. I am the groundskeeper at the cemetery, way over on the eastern edge of town. And also somewhat of a scholar myself. If you like, I could introduce you to Eleander. I'm sure he would. If you're with me, he'll let you have a peek. I'm sure.
I greatly appreciate that.
So, Craig doesn't seem like your typical half-elf. He is pretty well spoken. Yeah, he says he's the groundskeeper of the cemetery, but that is, that is a very boring job, and also his night job. His day job pretty much is just bothering Eleander to read all of his books forever. So he gives a good heavy rap on the door, and you are greeted by kind of a tall human. Where's his everything? Why am I looking past it? Ah, there he is. So yeah, a taller human. He looks pretty built, like he has seen lots of combat. He looks over at Craig and says, "Ah, yes, it is that time of day, isn't it? It's nice to see you. And who would you be?"
I'm Verisalar. I'm just came into town. Just want to take a peek at that library.
"Oh, did you come with Mina and Atsamar?"
Those would be the two.
Yes, absolutely. You may definitely check out my library. It is really good to hear to have new adventurers in town. Our guards they're good, but they can't do everything. Yeah, absolutely. Come on up and let me show you my library. The inside of his house is a little Spartan, but it is, bigger and on the nicer side. He takes you up a stone circular staircase, and as soon as you step off, large library. There's a couple doors going off of it, but just volumes and volumes and volumes. Is there anything specific you would like to look around for?
Spellbooks.
Spellbooks, okay.
Oh my. Do you have a library card to check those out there, Mr. Random Ball? There'll be a $50 fee.
What is this, Blockbuster?
We have one of those. It's actually a Mason's Guild. It's called Blockbuster.
You're silly.
I think I know that guild. Don't they have a foreman named Mario?
You'll look around, but you don't really see any spell books. Eleander will ask, what you're looking for. And if you tell him a spell book, he'll say, I've never been one of the pointy, wavy kind of people. I do know a place you could check, but they're not cheap. They can find it, but they're not cheap. But he'll point out on your map, Quartermaster, and say, if you want to look through the rest of my library, though, feel free. If you're here with Craig, you're all right. So, do you want to keep going through his library and see if you can?
I'll keep going.
All right. So roll me an investigation check.
7.
7. Okay.
Plus.
That was a
Oh,
7.
gotcha.
Okay. So with a total 7 for investigation, you don't find terribly much. You do learn some things about Saltmarsh, and I'll get with you with exactly what you learn later. It is just some more generic info about Saltmarsh, though. Craig says, if you work with him, then he can help you find some deeper secrets around Saltmarsh. But it is going to take a pretty long time of researching.
That's like I'm already halfway in. Let's keep going.
That's what she said. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
That's what she said.
These or others. But how long are you willing to spend looking through? Is the better question. Are you happy staying there all day?
Sure.
Show up.
Okay. So spending a full day there, you'll definitely find a lot more. a lot of just the history of Saltmarsh, how it's gotten to be the way it is. A lot of information about everything around. Congratulations, you now are going to be receiving lots of info about all of the surrounding area of Saltmarsh. In just a day, that's just the surface learning. There's a lot more in his library to pick up. But you will definitely get to where you know all of the surface level information about the entire region. Every town, every farm, all of that. So Crag rather, will, while he is there helping you look for some things, he's gonna ask you if you'll help him search for some things, just, you know, as a nice courtesy for getting you in. He'll find some very specific things and let you know that if you work with him, sometimes in the groundskeeping during the day, he knows a lot more than surface level about town. But on just a if we're just starting off in his library, you've probably learned all you can for now. Anywhere else you would like to check out before I jump us to the next person? In
The shops.
Shops? Okay. What specifically are you looking for?
Anything that help me in sorceries.
Okay.
Sorcerers.
That's counting down to it.
Yeah. You want to extend the time?
No, that's fine. Okay. So he will point you to the quartermasters of Zeus.
Real quick, what was his name again?
Oh, that was Eleander. He is one of the council members. And then Crag is the half-orc.
Isn't Craig the name of a boss in Borderlands?
I think so.
Yes.
Craig?
It's spelled just like that.
Yeah. I was like, why does it sound familiar?
Kreig.
Anyway. I don't know where that came from.
How am I missing you?
Not a boss's character.
Where am I looking out with? Ah, there we go. Number 7. Ah, okay. So, Crag will give you a point over towards the faithful quartermasters of Zeus. I think that's how it's pronounced. I-U-Z.
Use?
Use, yeah, use. That works. So, he'll also, you know, on his way back, walking over that way and tell you about it. The faithful quartermasters of Zeus are from a land far off in the north, and they're a trading company essentially. They tend to specialize in rare things like magic items and such. He'll tell you the person that you're going to want to talk to is Zendros. He'll tell you she's a red lady. You'll know her when you see her.
Not surprising.
And she is the person that mainly handles their magical items. She tends to keep magical items in stock every week. What they have changes out every week, but she gives you a fair deal on things they have. Let me just give myself a bonus by pulling this open.
Well, the DM's gonna give himself a bonus. Is that what I'm hearing?
Mm-hmm.
How dare you?
Good bonus.
Bonus.
$20 bonus.
Bonus.
I spoil myself.
Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
Okay, so as you enter, you'll see two fairly large statues on each side, and then the door into the main hall. You'll be welcomed by somebody straight ahead of you at a desk, asking you how they can help you. They are just a why do I always blank on this race?
Tiefling?
Yes, Tiefling.
Tiefling.
Tiefling just sitting at a desk with some reading glasses,
That's adorable.
just stressed out over some papers, figuring out some paperwork. They look at you over their glasses and say, "Oh, yes, how may I help you today?"
Here to browse your wares.
"Oh, you wish to see Zendros." "Yes, if you'll go through that door." Oh, my map went away. And they'll point to the closest door to them on your right. No, I have... No, that's right. On the other side, you'll see a couple tables, and at them, with some paperwork, is a fairly tall, another tiefling, fairly tall tiefling. I can actually give you a picture of it.
Ooh.
And except that I went too far. There she is. This is her, Zendros.
She looks hot, but not in the way I think you all think.
Mm-hmm.
She must be related to Hellboy.
So, Zendros looks up and says, "Oh, yes, how may I help you today?"
I was sent by Craig. Is he? Not Craig Olsen. I was sent by the quartermaster that said you would sell goods at a good deal.
Oh, yes. I do have some rare items that we get shipped in every week. Let me check with our listings and see what we have in stock this week. She'll rifle through some papers. Go, here we go. So, we just got in some... It looks like a pan flute. I believe they call this the Pipes of Haunting. We've got this nice javelin. It tends to turn into a lightning bolt when you throw it. We've got a drift globe. This dust of sneaking and choking. A nice potion of fire giant strength. These horseshoes of the Zephyr, and a potion of supreme healing. To do business with us, have you signed up for your monthly dues?
I have not. What are these monthly dues?
So you have to engage our services. You do have to pay a weekly retainer. I said monthly, I meant weekly. A weekly retainer of 50 gold pieces. That is to have access to our goods. It keeps us running and keeps us able to get these goods in. We've got our items priced differently according to how hard they were to acquire for us. If you tell me which you would be interested in, I can tell you the prices on them, and I borrow your DM guide because I'm actually gonna need it.
How much gold do I have?
Not that much.
Wait,
You have
never mind. I can do it on my phone, and it'll be a little bit easier. 'cause
How dare you?
I can control F.
You know this DM guy just got really sad because you didn't want to use it.
It probably did. I will probably pass it to him and show him anything he's interested in.
It's only had me to molest it.
Can I actually borrow it?
Don't tease me.
Okay, no.
Is that including the 10?
All right.
No.
Books.
Then you have exactly 128.
Whoop.
Max for this.
Alright.
Wait, 128 gold? He's got more than that. Oh, yeah. What about his copper and silver pieces, though?
Yes, of course, he has that too. He only asked me about gold though.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Dr. D is nothing if not specific.
Stay in your lane, bro.
So, if any of the items sounded cool,
Do you need, oh, you need some paper.
yeah,
Yes.
don't peek it next week. That is the list of items I have. Any that you're interested in, I will control F on here and look up their rarity. I meant to do that already, but I fell asleep last night.
What is the Pipes of Haunting?
So, Pipes of Haunting. They're an uncommon item, which means they'll be 300 GP. Oh, and I'm wrong. They are not pan flutes. They look like that. And so you have to be proficient with wind instruments. They have 3 charges. You can use an action to play one, to create an eerie spellbinding tune. Each creature within 30 feet of you that hears it must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom save, or they become frightened of you for a minute. So you can choose to have all of your friends immune to that.
Then what is the Drift Globe?
I think that one's a higher tier one. So yeah, they are. That's another uncommon. So 300. It's a small sphere of thick glass that weighs 1 pound. And if you're within 60 feet of it, you can speak a command word to cause it to emanate light or daylight spell. And then once used, you can't use it until the next dawn. You can also speak another command word to cause it to float into the air about 5 feet, and it'll stay there until you or somebody else grabs it. And if you're so if you move further than 60 feet of you, it will follow you, staying at the outside range of 60 feet.
Last one. Horseshoes of Zephyr.
Horseshoes? I used to date a girl named Horseshoes.
So Horseshoes of a Zephyr, those are very rare. That's 25k. But
Hey, don't come talking to your buddy Atsumar for that kind of money. I've got it, but I ain't giving it to you.
That's about.
oh, so any horse you put those shoes on can walk 4 inches above the ground, allowing them to walk over lava or water. And they don't leave any tracks, and they're not affected by difficult terrain. And they're also moving at normal speed, and they can move up up to 12 hours a day at normal speed before suffering exhaustion.
Dang. Good and bad thing. Bad thing, weak one's control. So how much is the potion of supreme healing?
Healing. Next time I will have these prices already figured out by the way.
Just choose one. Can't even buy any of these things. Then why are you even asking?
So, supreme healing is also 25k. Is that supreme or superior?
Supreme.
Supreme. Yeah, it is 25k because it heals 10d4 plus 20.
Well, thanks for the look around. I think I'm good for this week.
Alright. I won't charge the retainer this week since you are new in town. I assume I've never seen somebody else magically inclined, or I've never seen you and any of the magically inclined folks in town. I won't charge you the retainer this time, but moving forward I will require the retainer for your business. If you wish to sell any magical items, I will give you the best prices in town. Any of the other places, there will be a curiosity, but nothing more for most of the stores in town. So, is there anything else I can help you with, sir?
I think that's it. Thank you.
I look
Just
forward to
take up the
meeting you
entire-
again.
Take up the entire time. That's fine. It's okay, Random Boss. Nobody else has anything else to do.
I left to
Hey,
go get
sometimes it's
supper
all
and came
about
back.
me.
No, it's all good, man.
This morning I woke up and
Important stuff for people to know.
Yeah.
Don't let them make you feel
As everybody
So-
just woke up from the nap from the from falling
Real
asleep
quick
to that.
before we move on to something else, tell people why like you wanted to do this kind of stuff rather than most D&D games are just straight adventure, like just straight into action.
Oh, well, the point for today, we're going to be in this town for a long time, and I wanted to give everybody time to learn about the town other than me just talking their ear off in the off time. You know, explore, learn about the town. I can tell you everything about it if you wanted, but you're not going to retain it all. Learning about the places that interest you, I figured would be the best way to do it.
Right. Yeah, okay. And now back to our regularly scheduled.
And Thanor.
Yes. Nice rest. I think I'm going to take my friend Oric to go throw some daggers and shoot arrows and targets. So throw some things. I'd like to go down to wherever the nearest archery place is.
So, there's not going to be a straight archery place. There are.
What about the nearest, weapon store? Maybe we can find some new weapons.
I'll settle for that.
So,
I thought you were going to say strip club. I kid you not. I thought you were going to say strip club.
not for
I don't like naked dwarf women.
I don't know how they're playing the characters.
So,
Oh, they roll.
there are 3 places you could go for looking at weapons. 2 of them are markets throughout town. There's the Green Market, which is going to be anything not related to fishing, seafaring, anything nautical, they don't care. It is the Green Market is the normal everyday stuff, and some of them will also have weapons and things on occasion. There is the Weekly Market, and that is where people sell it started off as just fish, but they sell a little bit of everything, including all the seafaring stuff. Most of the stuff in the player's handbook, in the item section, will be there, with a few specific Difference is there's also a place called the Dwarven Anvil that is just a blacksmith. So they will definitely have tools, weapons, and things of that nature.
What was the third one?
Oh, so there was the green market and the weekly market. Those are two different markets.
I would like to go to the Dwarfen's place.
Dwarven Anvil?
Dwarven Anvil.
So, as you get to the door and walk inside, the first thing you see is an anvil with a very fine dwarven hammer. And standing next to it is an older dark-skinned lady, and behind her is a younger dark-skinned man who is probably her son. He's, a bit on the younger side. He's working on a couple metals off to the side, prepping things for her, while she's getting ready to beat and shape things on the anvil. And she'll look up and welcome you both. Oh. It's nice to see fresh faces in here. What can I do for you?
Sir, I was looking to buy a new axe for my friend over here, Orc. He's been in need of an axe.
Maybe more like a battle axe. Maybe I can pull out two of them. Like two. Whenever I rage and I have this urge to whip out something.
I'm on a budget. Don't let him spend more of my money than I'm willing to spend.
I pictured when he went whoosh, like he actually had a beer in his hand and just splashed all over the place.
But how much would an extra axe cost me, sir?
A battle axe is going to be a little pricier. Before the dwarves came, I could have sold it at a discount. But more dwarves, more battle axes I've sold. So they're...
You won't cut a friend a deal? I'm a friend of Beerstead, you see.
We happen to have these wonderful coins. I don't know if this entices the price any.
I could probably cut you something of a deal. Let's see. You said you were looking battle axe?
Possibly battle axe. If you had to have anything a little bit more eccentric, maybe I don't know, whatever. You're a kin. You understand
Doesn't have to be
the
flashy.
needs of the rage.
The needs of the rage? That's wonderful. The needs of the rage. Hashtag needs of the rage. That is...
Hashtag.
Well,
Whatever, tea cakes.
I'll tell you what.
Mina.
I've got one battle axe left. I was going to mark it up for the next dwarf that walked in here. But I assume you're not with the mining company. Your face doesn't scream miner to me.
It just screams lonely.
Rude.
So
It's true.
I'll give it away at 10 gold.
Deal. I'll buy that for my friend over here.
And she yells over at the younger fella, Jasker, get them handled. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on this.
You're your damn self.
My son Jasker will handle all of the money. If you have anything else to ask about, ask him. Meanwhile, I'm going to be working on these warhammers.
I would like to know if you have any information of a merchant by the name of Legolas.
I can't say I've heard of him.
Maybe in the
Merchant, you
multiverse.
say? Well, you might want to check. You know what? Some of the bars tend to be good places to ask around.
Was there a close tavern nearby then, sir?
I would suggest asking around. Let's see, let me look at something here. Boop, 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 boop. Probably the Snapping Line. When they open up later on today, a lot of traders will go there. It is, closer to some of the docks that they'll use. Asking around there could be pretty helpful. This trader, you know if when they would have come through?
I'm not sure. I heard rumbling about a few months ago someone seeing him in town.
Well, asking at the Snapping Line is going to be a good bet. You could also You know what? Tell Hannah Wrist at the at the Snapping Line, and I think she can point you to somebody who will know, at least know more about it than I do.
What was her name?
Hannah Wrist.
Hannah Wrist.
Before we leave, though, you
I
said
screwed
something
up and
about-
left off a store. Winston's store is another store. It's way off into the east of Saltmarsh.
I think I am quite thirsty, and when it opens up, I'll enjoy a good wine and hopefully some information. And this blub over here could always drink us weight and ale.
Let's have a good place to drop anchor too.
I hope in the two different senses.
I get the feeling you would probably benefit from speaking with Winston over at his shop.
Where was the shop located, sir?
It's way over in the east of town, almost all the way to the cemetery and the temple. It is going to be, 28.
Well, then I will leave Oric here for his ex. I'm going to head to Winston's shop, see if I can find some more information.
Yeah.
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 Appreciate it, bro.
Welcome.
My companion, I think.
Bros before hoes.
I owe you a beer later on for sure. Or your wine. Elven bastard.
Don't whine about it. Cheers. Clink, 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 clink,
Clink, clink, clink.
clink, clink. Long range clink.
Alright,
Alright. So I am going to Winston's place.
So as you approach Winston's store, you can see it is a nicer building. Big old sign over the door, Winston's store, and it has a slogan over that: solid goods at honest prices.
I doubt that.
So as you go in, you see a fairly nice sales floor. Not quite glass cases, but displays, all around the main room. You can see shelves just stocked with anything you can think of you might need for adventuring. A sign that says weapons in the back, just ask us. And a halfling looks up from over one of the displays and goes, welcome to my store. I'm Winston. Honest goods, solid goods at honest prices. What can I help you with today?
Well, sir, I don't want to come in here and just ask you for something. I will buy something from you first. Do you happen to have a grapple hook?
Yes, I definitely do.
How much would that grapple hook cost me?
Let me take a look. See here.
Grapple hook.
I've got way too much stuff. I have to keep it all on paper.
I get it. Okay.
I get them at 50 SP. I'll charge you 1 GP.
How about
Everywhere else in town has them for 2, so
I'll do it only on the terms that you tell me if you know anything of a merchant that has been by this town by the name of Legolas.
I do feel like I remember hearing somebody by that name. I can do some looking around for you.
That'd be much appreciated.
Let me grab you this grappling hook back here. And you know what? Heck with it. I'll throw in some rope too.
Thank you, sir. I'll also do some. Thank you.
He hands it over. He goes, oh, and you might want this too. He tosses something at you. Make me a dex check.
Ooh, you get to roll, bro.
Dex check for me.
Dex check, baby. The one that's got 20 sides.
For the 21? Oh, is it 21, everybody? Yeah, fuck you. 18.
18?
Plus your dex, though.
Your dex mod.
So your dex saves is what it is. Sorry, I should have. It's the small box right there. Yeah.
Okay,
Should
so
be
this
even
one.
more.
So it's 23.
23. Yeah. Yeah. You catch it directly in front of your face.
Oh, snaps.
He goes, I thought so. You can have that. Potion of healing on the house. Let me shut this door real quick.
Thank you, sir.
He walks behind you and locks the front door. Yeah, you've got a talent for sneaking around, picking pockets, all of that kind of stuff.
I might. What are you insisting?
Just like recognizes like. The good old days. Yeah, I've always had talents for that. He holds up his hand and turns it around, flips back coins in between his fingers. Flips back, they're gone. It was. I always appreciate a talented person. So many people in here think they're that talented. You'll forget you heard any of that, of course. I will definitely check around for you, though.
Thank you, sir. If there is any more work that you might need around town, I will be available. You can catch me at the local inn, usually the fishing line or one of the other two.
Alrighty. Just by chance, about how long do you think he would have been through these parts?
Not more than a couple months ago. I've been searching him for a few years now and not get close enough to get to him yet.
I'll keep my ear to the ground. I've got a few people I can ask around with. If he's been through here, somebody will have seen him.
Much obliged, sir.
Yes. Can I interest you in anything else? I've got just about anything the adventurer or the talented man such as yourself could need. He has everything on that list except for a spyglass.
Trash. Not even bruise.
Yeah. It says any... Oh, and that includes the weapon and armor. Anything under 150 GP he has.
Does he sell that that leather that the bum brought in that's made from old human skin?
Foreskin?
I wasn't gonna go that far, but okay.
Old foreskin.
Old foreskin.
I was about to say something, but you're not there. Dang it.
You all know we're not too much there, my friend. Don't break out its accent and then fuck it up halfway through.
Well, if it's leather you'd be looking for, we've also got Kester's Leather Goods in
I
town.
didn't know much.
Yeah, because I was like, it's wood. Yeah.
Also, I made notes and then screwed up and didn't look at any of them.
I would like to also purchase a backpack and a medical kit as well.
Oh, absolutely. For the medical kit, let's see. Is that how it's listed in here?
Is it an
Or
herbal medical kit?
actually, I will not do the backpack.
Okay, half off, you sure?
Sure. I will do the ladder though.
Oh, ladder.
Oh my.
Yeah, just 5 CP for that. I've got a ton of those in the back.
Done. It's like a healer's kit down the
Oh,
bottom.
healer's kit. That's why. Yeah.
Same.
I can let that go for 3 GP.
Good God, Pete.
Deal.
Hmm.
What was that? What would be my total there, sir?
So you're looking at 3 for the healer's kit. Potion was free. The ladder was 5 copper. The grappling hook was 1 GP. So you're getting out of here 4 GP and 5 SP is all you owe. All you owe.
I thought the ladder
Or
was
5
only
CP.
2 CP.
5 CP. Half a silver.
Deal. Thank you, sir. That is all for now.
And should you need any armor, anything, not heavy, clinky, loud metal, can I suggest Kester's Leather Goods? She does fine work. And
Is she located in town?
yes, she is. Can you pop that map back up?
Brought to you by Mappy.
On the map.
map? Good.
I'm a map.
Yeah, she's out by the jail, right along the shore there, number 11. She also has an eye out for any strange hides you can bring her. Any hides from strange animals or aberrations, just anything out of the ordinary. She pays a pretty high price for them.
Interesting. I will make my way down there. Thank you, sir. And please, again, let me know if you hear anything. I will be in the tavern nightly.
I'll send word for you. So, Kester's Leather Goods, just to give you a shorthand for it. Bjorna Kester, she's a human. She works with everything leather, and if y'all bring her hides from anything challenge rating 3 or higher, that's not a person. I do have to preface that. Not a person.
What? Oh. I once scanned a fella who tried to cross Zeus. He told me, strike him with lightning and make a bed coat from his skin.
Delightful. Anyways,
Delightful. Delightful.
so does she already have armor available, or do you have to bring her the leather?
She does have leather available. With what she has on hand, it'll just be the standard armors in the player's handbook here. But if y'all bring her special stuff, she could potentially make masterwork leather stuff for you.
Well then, before I go, I'll stop in the woods to try to see if I can hunt a deer.
Dove.
A deer.
Female deer.
Go.
Deer.
So I will say that it does have to be
Shut.
really special.
So it had to be like a bear.
Yeah, something challenge rating 3 or higher. A deer is like 1/16 challenge
Well,
rating.
I'm not a dwarf like my friend Orc over here.
A rabbit would probably be more of a challenge rating.
They're harder to get to.
Yep.
I'll go for the
You
bear.
can make a nice little pair of gloves with some
Yeah.
rabbit skin.
Yeah, rabbit skin gloves.
I'll go for a bear, and I will.
Rabbit skin socks. And
I will
just-
bring-
You walk faster and bounce faster.
My
don't think
dwarfen
so.
friend Orc
Huh?
to help me with the hunt. He is
Oh.
keen on how to hunt bears since he wears one on a daily basis. Basically says he owes me a favor.
Yeah, if y'all want to hunt for bear, y'all can go out. There is. Let me double check this map here.
You know if you need to bring it back up.
So, Silver Stand probably would have been the place to look. As far as bear, you're talking, probably a whole day just to get out to a forest, do all your hunting, and get back. So you probably actually don't have enough time to look for a bear today and make it back for the party and briefing.
Well, in that case, I will go to the tavern and wait for the next day to head on an adventure.
Anything else you want to check out in town?
Heck yeah.
What kind of stuff are you looking to do? And I can direct you.
First off, the battle axe. Did I receive that
Yes.
from the from his son or her son?
Yes.
Forgot her name. Forgot
Do
what
you
her name.
remember the price I quoted you?
Well, you quoted my good friend Farron.
10
Yeah, he paid
10
it.
GP.
So,
Okay.
and he paid it. I just want to make sure that he was dealing with me in a couple of stuff. I want to make sure I got the product that
Yes.
which. So we got it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask what is his name again?
Oh, the son that you're dealing
Yeah.
with, Jasker.
Jasker.
Mhm.
So Jasker, around town, I'm looking for a battle axe almost as magnificent as this. Not the same quality, but a magical essence to it. Just maybe if there happens to be a merchant that sells magical goods, not as fine as your guys' is, but just something in which that would boastful to a fine dwarf as
Piercing
myself.
eyes.
Well, I don't know of anybody in town that enchants things. The only place I know to get magical items of any real consequence would be the Quartermasters of Use.
So where is this quartermasters of use that you're saying?
They were. Let's see.
Kind of up the road, maybe on the left,
Yeah.
or maybe
Yeah, back towards the river. Shoot.
I always get down yonder, but I mean, I understand if you can.
I always
you just
forget.
send me in the right direction. I can probably find it, honestly.
Yes, if you go down to the busiest part of the town, it is a fairly large building, not far from the council.
Wonderful. And then when I get there, is there a particular person I need to speak with? Is there, who should I recommend to speak with?
Yes, just go to the front desk, straight in from the front door, and ask to speak with Zendros.
Zindros. Well, I really appreciate it. Thank you for this magnificent battle axe you gave me. I will use this to its fullest capabilities and will be a beautiful weapon of art.
You are very welcome. If you ever need it touched up, just bring it on back.
Will do.
So then,
So I head on the way to Zindros?
Zendros.
Zindros.
So you get into the main door. Ahead of you, there's another door open to a desk. A smaller tiefling lady with reading glasses going through paperwork, visibly stressed.
He's writing.
Ooh. I see you, you're having a rough, I would say a Monday morning. How are you doing today, this afternoon?
Oh, I cannot explain how stressed I am. This paperwork is driving me insane.
Well, I understand that you're a fine pursuer of weapons and magical items himself. Let's go ahead and just relieve your stress right now. Let's go ahead and speak of what I know you probably love the most. Weapons and magical goods themselves.
Oh, you would be looking for Zendros. My name's Pam, by the way. I just work the front desk. You'll be wanting that door to your left, or to your right, my left, sorry. To your right there. Go straight through, you'll see her sitting at the second table back
Well,
in.
Pam, I hope you have a magical day. I hope that your evening becomes a little more less stressful. I appreciate the guidance.
Thank you.
Kiss it.
I work in customer service. I can't help it.
You're so full of shit.
Source that customer service.
So you go through the door
Thank you, and have a nice day.
and you see her sitting at the second table back, fiddling with some paperwork, with a fairly large chest still out.
What?
A fairly large chest
Ooh, okay.
still out by the table.
No, not the one you were thinking of
Not the
when you
boob
first
chest.
said it.
I mean, both are fairly large, but
Lay it out there.
No, I double take. Oh, wrong chest. I walk up.
Not hairy enough.
Hello, I heard that you're the person talking about magic weapons and magical items in themselves. Are you selling any of them today?
yes, I sell every day. We have a weekly rotating stock shipped from back in my nation use. Today we have in quite a fine selection, a rare selection. Have you paid your weekly retainer?
What is this weekly retainer? I'm new. I'm actually been kind of recruited for this adventure / honestly, I don't even know at this point. Just put
Something
people
for your mouth.
not a retainer. Gosh, people. No, but I have been recruited, and I've been honestly. So I haven't given the full details. So I'm just honestly new to this region of town.
Oh, you're one of the ones that the party is for tonight, aren't you?
Yes, if you come, I'll show you a good time. How the dwarves party.
Oh my!
Oh yes, I'll definitely be stopping
Watch the
over
hair.
Gallons tonight.
What good news?
But here at the Faithful Quartermasters of Use, we require a weekly retainer be paid to trade with our stores of magical items. They're all sent back from my country. There's so much magic there, it's ridiculous. And this is one of the best trading ports I have ever seen. Traders are in here constantly, sailors, adventurers, anyone you can think of. And we have done very well with our magical items here. The weekly retainer fee is just to keep us going, make sure we can ship our magical items back and forth. with no delay. I can also constrict specific magical items if you so wish. It takes about a week to come in from use, but if there's anything specific you are looking for, we can have it shipped to you.
Well, that sounds pretty reasonable. I understand that the demands in which you're looking at. What are we looking at for this weekly retainer fee?
So,
Before you answer,
Oh my.
oh my, Orc slides the coin over to the tiefling. That coin.
oh, you know the Biersteds.
Yes, the lovely beer sets. I do.
Love it.
Yes, I've done some business with them in the past.
I cough.
Sadly, these are fairly rare magical items, and I don't tend to give discounts. The prices are set above my head. It takes a lot of, as they say, shit rolling downhill for me to give discounts.
Where am I right now?
Right now,
You were in the shitter.
right now, you two would be leaving the council building.
No, the only reason I ask is that. Never mind. Go ahead. Continue.
But yes, we have the retainer fee gets you access to our stores and helps us also support some of the local businesses throughout town. Would you like to see our what we've got in town this week?
Yeah, of course I would love to. The price though, you still haven't failed to mention. What is the retainer fee itself?
Oh, yes, I apologize. The retainer fee is 50 GP a week. That does get you access to all of our things, whether in-house or shipped here. Anything specific you're looking for, I can have shipped here.
Ooh, wonderful.
You summon them by a bell?
Is it free 2-day shipping?
I do have chime.
A tiefling would have a chime.
That's a Final Fantasy 14 reference, if anybody caught that. I think that's three of the only ones that played it.
But if our stores aren't to your liking today, seeing as it's your first time here, I will not require the weekly retainer fee to look over my stock. Keep it to that first list. I've got 12 weeks listed out. Don't look at next week.
Ooh, next week you say you have a manifest with. If I just flip this page, I can get next week's.
Next week is under that page
Yeah, so
that
don't
you're
pull it
holding.
down.
I know, I was joking.
Bounce, bounce, bounce.
You can hear it. It was the weekly one. Pipes of haunting. What the heck? Javelins of lightning.
Pipes of haunting. Nice.
So, Javelin of Lightning, I can explain to you right now. I've had it before. It's a javelin you throw, and once you're attuned to it, you can throw it, and it becomes a lightning bolt.
Like Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably
Drift.
imbued by me.
Drift globe.
You can't
Dust of sneezing
He's so
and
full of
choking.
himself.
Jeez, why do these sound so sexual?
Because you need
The dust of sneezing and choking.
feeling.
Wizards of the Coast.
You know, pipes
My.
pipes of the haunting.
I think who designed this game?
Who decided this game?
Horseshoes. Horseshoes of
Zephyr.
Tavern. What does that do, Intel?
So, if you put the horseshoes on a horse, it floats 4 inches. 4 inches off the ground and walks normally like it's on the ground. But that lets it walk above water, above lava. It lets it
Floors
ignore
lava.
difficult terrain, and also it can move. It can keep going at a normal pace for 12 hours a day before it gets exhausted, as opposed to 8 hours a day.
Hey, that saves money on horseshoes. You don't have to pay a farrier all the time.
These horseshoes, if I happen to get another mount to ride, because typically as dwarves we don't ride horses.
Because they kick in on top of them.
So, like for instance, if we had a mountain goat, would that be able to wear these horseshoes,
More
or
like
would
a
that be
miniature
too
pony.
big?
It says or similar to the creature.
Which a giant goat would be.
A giant goat, yes. Regular goat, regular goat. You would
Maybe
probably have to
giant
have
goat.
a
It'd be like I said, it would be the one in which that
giant goat, llama, donkey, mare.
Donkey, more like it. An ass for an ass.
Right.
Um,
So well.
Perhaps if you have a friend who's a centaur.
How much are these horseshoes?
Friends.
That's messed up.
Hashtag friends that are centaurs.
Very rare.
So you moved down one.
No, I went up and then went back down a week or two. Just,
Cheater.
How much are the horseshoes of?
Let me double
Like
check
15,000, man.
those.
You can't afford it.
I think
17
they
gold pieces.
were 25,000.
Yeah,
That's what I remember you saying.
no.
It was ridiculous.
Like silver pieces or gold pieces?
Gold.
Gold pieces.
What?
Bierstead could
Why
afford that. You could
Is
not.
this on our list?
Yeah,
of
they're
things?
very rare. 25K.
25,000 gold pieces?
Mm-hmm.
You can
Thousand.
you can
This
you
wasn't-
can walk.
This
okay?
wasn't recognized. I was like, there's
You
really
can
nobody in the
walk.
store
You
to
can
shop.
walk.
Legs are free.
Oric thinks
some.
that he needs to have.
Legs are.
Oric needs to think that he needs his friend Fëanor to sneak in and grab that probably, but he definitely can't afford that. So we going to pass on that right now.
Hope you're not saying this out loud.
Oh, this is all fun. This is all fun.
I have a friend that can steal this for me.
NPC.
Very
good.
Well, not
Sound
anymore.
the micro.
Fëanor comes back. 12 guards standing by the by the house.
The
No.
javelin of lightning. How much is that?
300 gold pieces.
Unless you're
300
Bearstead.
gold pieces.
Bearstead can probably make it for free.
If only he was a douche.
Damn.
Your goods look wonderful. They look fantastic, and I think
I'll
there's a
say.
great supply of goods. Looks like they're out of my touch on coin at this moment. I would love to purchase a lot of these. Your wares. They look fantastic. Appreciate the time and the opportunity. I then asked her. Said, by the way, so this party we're at, is there a close bar in which that we can that maybe me and my friends can meet at and have a drink before this party?
Well, the closest. Oh, hang on one minute. Where did I lose that? Oh, it's at the end of the list. W. So the closest bar to where you are, where you will be at Gallon Prime Waters, which was number 20.
It's gotta be snapping lines.
Probably the snapping line.
Turtle.
Why am I losing everybody's houses?
Oh my.
How am I losing everybody's houses? Oh,
Did you go
I think I
anywhere?
went to
that's right. It was
Situation
number
Line,
5.
or whatever one it was.
No. That's where. How am I losing Prime Water Mansion?
Did you?
It's 16.
Yes,
Sure, I don't know if I
16.
chose it.
That's right, right on the water. So yeah, the closest place across the river would be the Empty Net, but probably the Snapping Line is closer just because you don't have to go across a bridge to get there. The Snapping Line, I believe, is 13.
Wait. Is the
Yeah.
dwarf wanting to get there? If there's an
Yeah.
elf next to him, you can just throw him.
Across the water? Yeah.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
One toss me this one time.
yeah, technically
We
the
don't talk
Empty
about
Net
that.
is closest, but actually traveling there, 13, the Snapping Line is the closest to there.
Huh?
13, the Snapping Line. The
Yeah.
party is going to be
Yeah,
at 16.
I think I went to this.
Which one did he go to? The snapping line is correct?
Yeah, it was snapping line. Because that is where Hannah is.
My girl Hannah.
Thank
She's
you for
right
your
next to
advice. I'm gonna head towards that snapping lines, and if you like, you can join us for a drink. I actually make some home beats myself, and I have a particular brew that I'm gonna share with my friends there. If you
It's extra
happen to
frothy,
come,
you know what I mean?
Damn. All right.
they say it's extra frothy from what I've been told. You know what I mean?
If you know what I mean.
Well, perhaps I'll see you there.
Cheers to that.
Cheers!
More cheersing.
Whoa! Always cheers.
Okay. So, if you're heading back to the snapping line, that brings us to Mina. You're leaving the council.
All right, so we've already gone.
Yes, y'all have spoken with the council, let them know, hey, we got back into town, we brought some adventurers.
All right. Well, I too am going to take a little trip to the quartermaster of Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
So I head straight over there.
Okay. Alright, you're familiar with how to get there and everything.
Yeah. Okay. So
You go straight in.
yeah.
Mina, haven't seen you in a while.
How you doing, Pam? And I walk right past her.
Damn it, Pam!
At least she's leaving me my damn paperwork.
I go in to see Zendros. Is it Zendros?
Mm-hmm.
How's it going?
Good, since you stood me up last week.
I told you I'm not into anyone.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Leave.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Okay. So what can I do for you, Mina?
My swords haven't really been performing to my own satisfaction. I've heard that
That's what she said.
Right.
I've heard that there are more prestigious builds to the sword type that I have, the light kind of slashing sword. I was wondering if you could get me a masterwork of a couple of swords.
I could get you a masterwork. Are you sure you wouldn't be more interested in, say, a +1 or a +2? Something magically enhanced?
You know I don't deal with magic.
Missing out. Missing out.
Lower. Lower.
Get low, get low.
I suppose a +2 wouldn't be so bad.
Whoa. Hello.
Could you possibly get me, could you possibly grab me a sample of a dwarven scimitar and an elvish scimitar for comparison?
I could. +2 is going to be slightly pricey at 2,500. +1s would be 300.
You get for not inviting me with you.
I have business.
Business.
And they would take about a week to get here. And whichever one you don't buy, I suppose I could just add to my usual showings that week.
How much would you need today?
Just your 50 GP retainer, and then when you come back after it, the 50 GP retainer for next week.
Okay, well,
I
now
thought
that
it was an interest.
now that that's squared away, Mina reaches into her backpack and pulls out her white duck. And she says, "This here is egg. I've had him for a couple of weeks now, and I don't know how to feed it. Do you have any fancy duck food?
I'm not even
Egg.
sure how to answer that question. You should probably head down the weekly market. Livestock feed, you could get over there. What would even be special food for a duck?
Quackers, maybe?
I'm sure they have some really nice artisan bread.
They might have some rabbits.
Zendros is at a loss for words, a rare thing for her.
I whistle at my duck. And
Thought it was an egg.
no, its name is Egg.
A duck named Egg. Got
Correct.
it. Okay, I'm on board now. Got it.
I whistle at Egg, and Egg does a little circle. Walks in a little circle. Huh?
That is certainly cute, but still, I don't know anything about.
All right. And I drop her my few gold retainer pieces.
Okay. All right. Check back with me next week, and I'll have that scimitar in. You want the +1, correct?
+1. Thank you.
Yes, 3, 1.
And I whistle at Egg to come back and walk into my hand. And I put him back in my bag.
You can speak to
All right.
It was
So
Make it go on.
you have less time than everybody else because y'all spent time speaking with the council. But is there anything else you'd like to do?
I guess go by the general store to get some livestock feed.
Wow.
I honestly don't know how they're playing. I don't have those elements on this right
It
now.
should be just hilarious.
I am perfectly fine with us
Okay.
being there. That's awesome.
Just don't abuse it. That's the only thing I say.
Yeah. So, at the weekly market, you'll head down and
So you don't know how those sound.
I still don't know what to tell you about special feed.
I can't get fancy duck
No,
food,
for some reason. I
like
think-
premium duck food.
I don't know about fancy
Gourmet duck food.
Okay, well, let's go off of
I want a healthy spoiled duck.
okay. So then 5 CP will get you 10 pounds.
10 pounds.
That's
Where are you going to store 10 pounds of duck feed?
I'm gonna drag it with me.
Have you seen Orc?
Just throw it on the dwarf here.
He'll eat it probably.
He'll probably, I was thinking the same, he'll eat half of it before we get to 10.
I am
And that's how cereal
Gonna
was
own up.
first invented.
totally. Yeah, it looks like that scales about with draft animal food. So we'll say 5 SP gets you 10 pounds of it, which would be several weeks. 10 weeks. 10 weeks of food. So 1 SP for every 2 weeks of duck food.
Okay, can I configure this to my backpack somehow so it's not incredibly annoying?
Yes.
It's just all put
So- 2 weeks of duck food would be. It wouldn't take up enough space. You'd be alright.
Okie dokie, I guess. How much? You said 5 silver pieces?
Are you getting all 10 weeks of food?
Okay, so
1 SP for 2 weeks of food.
2 weeks of food for 1 SP, please.
There's gonna be a fat duck.
Fat duck.
Yeah, it's eating high on the hog.
New band name, I call it.
Barbed wire?
The fat duck.
Yeah, that's the closest I can come to something oddball. Or something for that.
Improv, my friend. You're doing great.
But
In celebration, I feed a handful to Egg.
there you go.
Thank you for being my duck.
Anything else you're looking for while you're out?
Suppose not.
So then we come to Atsamar. You said you were going to the temple.
Yes.
Wow.
So my objective is to get my basically revitalized and try to get my shield and my mace imbued through the fellow clerics that are there to kind of give it some kind of something. Try to get myself back on track, get my vestments cleaned, maybe get a pedicure at the same time. Clerics gotta have nice feet, tea cakes.
For what?
Reasons.
So, you get there, you're greeted by the paladin who's taking up shop in your temple.
Okay.
Sir Wyatt. He, takes your armor, your equipment, planes it down for you. He looks it over and says, well, I do apologize. None of us here are really good at imbuing anything. I do have to say it's really nice equipment.
Well, I do keep it in very good condition, that's for damn sure. Zeus keeps me very well stocked in all the things that I do.
We'll definitely get it tip-top shape for you. If you need anything else, actually, do you want one of these bread things I just came up with?
These what?
Bread things. It's so it's this dough that I took, and I took some sliced sausages and some cheese. I wrapped it up, and it's really good.
It's not called a goblin in a blanket, is it?
No, I've been trying to come up with a name for it, a benzone or
A kolashi?
maybe I don't know, a benlashi. I don't know. I'll come up with something for it. But you want to try one?
I would love to try one. I need more rations for my pack 2 on this next quest we're going on.
Yes, here. I made a whole bunch. Try some. Give them to everybody you know. I'm really trying to get these out there. Just make sure they know to come back to Sir Benjamin.
Sir Benjamin?
Yes. Sir Benjamin Wyatt, that's me.
I feel like you're trying to make a joke, but I'm not doing it. I will certainly take them. Are you sure they're what's that word we learned? There's none of you are here. Oh, I would think. Yeah. Kosher.
Oh yeah. I thought about using like pork, but I don't know. I use turkey. I think it's better.
Oh, indeed. You should try it with goblin meat next time you get a chance.
I don't think that's kosher.
It's not kosher.
It's kosher on the north coast, not on the
Oh.
east coast.
Okay.
It's all about the goblins and how they train themselves, how much sea salt they have. You know, they're a little bit fatter on one side. They got a dangly tooth coming out one side of them.
If you think that's backwards, you should look at his love life.
My love is Zeus, and Zeus only. Don't tell my girlfriend.
You might want to be careful with those jokes about Zeus. Zeus is the one that would be true for.
Now, are you saying that or the paladin saying that? Because that paladin gets the shit kicked out of him with a cleric.
No,
For
that's
saying that.
That's me.
Paladins are all nice and good, but you go up to a cleric of Zeus and you're like, no man, you may be holy, but you ain't no cleric.
Oh no. No, I'm insinuating.
Zeus may not like that.
No. I'll explain later.
Gotcha. So my objective is to get more rations, to have all my stuff polished, and to try to go to the high priest or whoever and try to see if there's anything they can imbue on me or give me that would help me with this quest. Since I took the dregs of society named Mina with me. And we actually did what we went out there to seek. So I don't know.
So right now, none of the clerics there are going to be able to do anything about enchanting. It would take a fairly good while to enchant anything. And the only one there that could probably handle it
Come on, random
yeah,
boss.
he's not even an enchanter. He can he can trade.
That's worse.
He can trade high level spells. Like if he needs somebody raised from the dead, he can do it.
So I want to go up to the priest and ask him if he knows anybody in town who can teach me to enchant and or can enchant. I believe my next phase of my training is learning to imbue Zeus in the weapons of my comrades.
Great.
I can send out for someone. Nobody here can do it right now. That's why there's such a big presence with the Quartermasters of Use. But I could send out for somebody.
Make sure you do, and when you do, you tell them that my father, Sir Bierstead, he requires it to keep his son safe on travels that he himself would not make, the dangers that I'm going to face. A little brat that can fucking bring lightning down on your ass, that's for sure.
Yeah, use Zeus like it's a big weapon.
He is the other daddy. He's two daddies.
So you hear them talking right now. I played a D&D game once where one guy was shit talking me. No, I'm not gonna heal you. I'm good. I'm just messing.
I'm at all luck. I can steal whatever he.
Not if you're dead. You're dead.
You're not gonna kill me.
You're right. I won't.
Your skill will.
But I don't have to revive you.
I'm gonna kill most of the beasts last time, while this motherfucker was trying to get shit out of his hair.
That's true. True. I had to do my hair
And your feet.
and my feet.
Yeah.
You gotta have a good nails.
While we had to deal with some kind of fog bubble thing, you know.
No idea what you're talking about.
No idea. Didn't see a thing.
Sorry,
Griff?
that wasn't pointed. That was just my
Yeah,
thing.
sorry. Yeah, sorry. Just reading over some information.
Yeah.
So, with the promise to bring in somebody who can teach you about enchanting, they do get your armor, your weapons all polished up. Anything else for now, or you're just gonna head to meet up with everybody?
I say it's time for beers. Your fellow priests are welcome to join me.
Would that we could, but you know what? Hell with it. A couple of them will follow you.
Excellent.
They're going to the party later, anyways.
There ain't no party like a Zeus priest cleric party.
Oh my.
He hasn't met you yet, as far as the party life.
Alright, so
We do not.
back at the snapping line.
Ooh.
So
Chug, 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 chug.
you all have the right idea. There are so many people there pre-gaming for the party.
Pre-gaming. Pre-adventuring, Mr. Griff. Pre-adventuring.
Yeah, the snapping line is pretty busy. It's every seat is full. And a couple of people are even ordering the claw wine.
Oh.
Is there food?
Oh, why?
Yes, they do have some food over there.
Like good food? Or like bar food?
It's mostly seafood.
Oh, okay. Like good seafood?
Seafood, you eat it.
Or like bar
I like
seafood?
seafood.
Uh,
I mean, it is seafood in a port town, and this isn't Kitchen Nightmares.
right.
So,
Tavern nightmares. Cool.
Yeah!
Cheers!
Cheers!
Tink, tink.
What is up with this randomness?
Tink, you tell us random ball.
Random!
Random.
Gosh darn.
Shit. Random balls like, just throw the damn.
all right. But everybody is drinking, carousing, just having a grand time waiting on the party tonight.
Oi! Ah, it's a good time tonight. Right? Mina?
Right? Yes.
Are you walking me?
I look. Mina looks down.
Don't speak up or anything.
Sensation of tension over there. Do you agree?
Huh?
Do they have a theme for themselves?
They might.
Good
They might.
gracious.
They always seem to like want to be around each other. I don't know. They always bicker back and forth like an old married couple.
Gross.
No idea.
Ew. His feet are too nice.
She might like some hairy feet there.
A man walks out of the corner. He's got a very stoic face. It's very trim, kind of a long nose, yellow beard, yellow hair. He goes, "Well, no, that's my lady right there. I tell you what, don't you touch her. I'll slap you silly, you sick son of a bitch."
Hold up. Hey, guys. Drinks are on me, okay?
Hey,
We want none of this.
Hey,
We want none of this. We want none of this. You know,
Yes, thank you,
we're
sir.
civil bastards here drinking drinks together as men, okay? Jeez.
Okay.
Like,
I'll take some of that too.
And one Varys.
Gladys, what are you drinking over there?
Vodka.
That's my man.
What is vodka called in D&D?
So claw
Water.
wine is actually probably close to vodka. It's made from potatoes.
What is it?
Bowl of mashed and tomato
The
stew.
claw one.
Potatoes and
Oh.
lobster meat.
Ugh.
Mm.
That's what you meant by claw.
Yeah, you have to do a certain dance.
Yeah, so I thought like bear claw or something, not lobster claw.
I think White Claw.
Nope, it is.
You
Was
take
it
that
lobster
back right
claw
now.
or crab claw?
Don't you even mention White Claw on this stream. Your man card will get removed.
White card.
Could I possibly like
Not
arm
bad.
wrestle
No, it's not
somebody?
bad. I'm just teasing.
Is
Man,
there
look at
drinking
Fox
games
Fish
going
once in a
on?
while.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna have to get
there
my
are
pitch out every
definitely
once in a
people jumping
while.
up in there to arm wrestle.
You
Okay,
missed
okay.
Posh Bitch, the drink. We'll take it up later. Continue. Sorry. Go.
It's a drink we drinking.
Yeah,
I
there
sure
are
getting
definitely people
famished.
drunken up in there to arm wrestle.
Let's do it.
All right.
Mina's gonna arm wrestle.
My money is on Mina. Who you got?
Who's she?
Alright.
Who is she wrestling?
Yeah. So make me a perception check real quick.
Okie dokie. +2, so 20.
Okay. So you definitely see over in the corner a couple of people drunk, arm wrestling, crowd around them.
I wanna.
Yep, one of them slams the other one's hand down, throws his arms up, takes another big old swig. Money's exchanging hands. So you'll go up and challenge him?
Yes. What is the likelihood I can enrage while we arm wrestle?
You wanting to rage and arm
Yes.
wrestle?
Rage wine. We need some rage wine.
Correct.
I mean, yeah, you could rage.
All right,
It takes
let's
a
do it.
bonus action.
Okay.
Okay.
She's like, bump it. Let's do it.
All right. So make me a strength check.
To rage?
No,
Or after
for the
rage?
arm wrestling.
Okay, so it'll be. Okay.
What'd you roll?
18.
Oh. Okay. So yeah.
+3. So 21.
Okay. So this guy's had a bit too much to drink. He sits all confidently. He does the whole thing. You sit down, grab his arm, and then it looks a little bit like Goku going Kaioken, just dents out. Your hair floofs a little bit, and you just
Break his
bam,
wrist.
straight down. You don't break the wrist. You do break the table.
Do I have
You put
K.O.
up 0 resistance.
do I have to pay for the table?
Remind me not to get on her bath side.
So the guy goes over. Hannah looks over from the bar. Hey, guys, come on! I've only got the 5 tables.
Oh, don't worry, Hannah. I'll buy you a new one.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Bierstead.
He thinks his money
So
too much.
lots of money changes hands. Lots of people are very angry about their bets.
Understood.
That rage is gonna be a one shot though,
Okay,
because you aren't.
got it.
You would have to use your other rage
Do I get
to
any
do
money?
it again. You didn't bet any money.
God dang it.
Other people
Yeah.
bet on you.
Can I have a
I
free
don't even- I
drink?
honestly don't even-
No, because I broke their table. All right, I'll just walk away with my pride. And I'll order a drink.
So at this point, there's about an hour left until the party. So what else is happening in said bar?
Guys, do you want to try my drink now or at the party?
Right now, let's do it. We don't got too much time left.
So this is this drink I've been concocting.
Oh no.
It has wild turkey in it. And this, I would call it an oak spiral charred from, honestly, I say it's Zeus himself, but it's charred on the outside in a pattern in which it's almost like a leaf pattern, almost like how it is. on
Did
the
you get that
outside.
from the land of Trevor?
Lennon Trevor?
Yeah.
Yes, I have, yes.
The last
Holy
time
shit.
I had one of his drinks, I was shitting for
I
weeks.
couldn't believe it.
Hopefully, it's not that bad this time.
The river there, the ocean right there is full of sirens.
I didn't go there, but I got it from there.
All right.
So I don't know nothing about no sirens. But this drink right here has been aging some barrels that I've had for a long time. I'd say multiple of months and almost a year now at this point.
Would you say if I drink it, I'd be sore after?
You'd be a sore disappointed. More than likely. No, you'd be very happy with this drink right here. I'll give you guys all a drink of this itself.
Oh.
Would you? If you don't like it, Sora made it.
How can you make it?
Wait.
Can't lift a keg.
Everybody else, no. This is my personal flask from my keg. You moron! This isn't a
You're
keg.
getting it all over the table. What are you doing?
Lord have, sorry.
You know how long it took me to make these tables for Hannah?
You've already made them and brought them back and everything.
She breaks so many fucking tables. I go ahead and have them pre-made. The priest and I make tables all the fucking time.
Now I understand.
I'll tell you. Can I try it now? Should I wait?
Make sure there's a bathroom nearby. Last time I've had one, like I said, shit for weeks.
Shut for weeks.
Now everybody, it's customary. Cheers it.
Cheers!
Chink, 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 chink.
Damn. That makes me feel like a middle knight.
Oh.
You're gonna kill the DM over here.
You definitely can't grip on this one, that's for damn sure.
Join us next week for a new DM.
So now, everybody roll me con.
Oh,
If I
shut
can.
your damn
I want to see how good a job you did.
So do I roll
8.
with the saving throw?
Yeah, it is a con saving throw.
I'm gonna throw away all my dice forever.
How bad?
Saving throw.
So 16.
16?
9.
8.
14.
It's a 1 in 20 chance.
I got a
that
15. Did I get
roll
what kind
low.
of modifier? What kind of modifier?
Your
You're
constitution
con
saving
save
throw.
modifier.
Oh,
You're not
so-
proficient at it, probably.
No, you're not.
Almost
So 2.
constitutionally.
So 17.
Okay, so everybody but these two, soused.
Woo! Woo! We getting turk?
That is
I
strong
can handle my
stuff.
shiz, man.
Let's go, everybody!
Don't tell me how to enjoy my liquor.
What did you say this was?
You okay?
Wild turkey.
Wild turkey.
Wild turkey. That's what I call it.
Oh, that's a neat fine drink right there.
Now my elf can handle this shit. That's
That
what
makes
I'm
me want to give up my chastity belt.
I thought you gave up your chastity belt to the dwarf.
Doesn't sound like something Zeus would want.
Not
Yeah,
me,
somebody
the dwarf.
leans
the
over
dwarf
and
behind
goes,
me,
"Wait,
the woman, behind
You
me.
worship Zeus.
She's pretty good looking.
Zeus is the opposite of a chastity belt.
Yes.
What?
He is the embodiment, of the
embodiment
opposite of a chastity belt.
Oh shit. My mother always told me they had a chastity belt, so this whole time I could have had a nice lady and sired some nice kids. What the fuck have I been doing with my life?
Did you say you want kids? What?
One day.
Oh, okay.
This is really good.
Are you too young?
Is this wild turkey?
Wild turkey with the oak barrel that I was talking about.
Oh damn, dude, this is really
Yeah,
really
I know.
good.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the compliments of the whiskey that I've made, of the alcoholic beverage.
You're very welcome. And if you'd like more knowledge about that, tune into a separate episode called Whiskey Talk Friends. Dude, this is really good.
I drank it so fast I couldn't.
We kind of cater to like
Mostly-
I mean, this
mostly
is way
burned.
better than normal wild turkey.
This is the cheapest one.
Continue. It is 9:12.
Mhm.
10, by the way.
So I'm gonna.
Oh.
Uh, So with y'all still sauced, it is party time.
Party time, party time.
So you guys lead everybody over to Galen Primewater's mansion.
All the way over there.
Go Congo line.
Over by the docks, y'all go in, and it is a lavish mansion. This man wants everybody to know that he could crush everybody in this town with his bullet.
Oh, before you go on,
Yes.
does he have like bartenders going around with stuff?
Yes.
Do they have fancy duck feed?
Not duck feed.
Do they have fancy bird seed?
Next episode should be.
No, it's
you
pretty
guys try
much
to, like,
all
iced, like,
seafood
one bottle
dishes.
of wine.
Okay, who do I talk to get some fancy food for my duck from this event?
They serve duck all mode.
No! Ed, close your eyes.
They serve foie gras.
So you can accost all of the waiters with the hors d'oeuvres if you like. But,
Yes. Yes.
But that has probably earned you the nickname Karen for the rest of the day.
No.
With the staff. It's too late.
I slipped my complaint to Bierstead. I was like, yo, do you think you could get me some fancy duck food? My man?
If you want something, my dear, I'll definitely get it for you. But not tonight, because I'm fucking wasted.
I pull my duck out
That's
and
what
I
she
turn
said.
it towards
And
Bierstead.
you magically see Bierstead turn
Pull
from
my
a drunk
duck out.
idiot to like a
I lay my
adorable
duck on the table.
little girl. Like,
Oh.
that's the power of the duck.
My, what a nice duck.
We gotta get you a little rubber ducky.
Mhm.
I should go. You should go to the store and get a rubber ducky.
She
So-
pulls out a little duck. It's a little duck.
She pulled.
We straight up need to get you like a little rubber ducky.
Maybe, yeah, she probably does.
Tell her crap.
Alright.
My duck is white.
That's racist.
No, you're racist.
You probably
He's drunk.
have a picture of said duck already.
Hold on.
But,
Yeah, I mean, go on
Yeah.
with your life.
Continue.
So the party goes on. You see, you see Eleander, who you met already, walking around the party. You see Galen Primewater. Everybody sees Galen Primewater. He makes sure everyone sees him. He is every pirate and sheriff of Rottingham, just the most ridiculous outlandish clothes. He wants to be seen by everybody. He wants to throw his wealth in everybody's face.
What was his name again?
Galen Primewater.
Hello, my friend. How are you tonight?
Yes, I'm so happy you can make it. I'm so happy y'all made it back to town, because I couldn't have thrown this soiree without you guys.
I know you were having that problem with that licorice you were trying to make. Did you ever get that solved?
This guy seems kind of stuck up.
Well, I never did get that liquor to come out right, so I just bought a whole bunch. I bought the best I could find.
Great. Now, next time you need that liquor made, please don't ask me to put them out of business so it's got your name on it. Next time, make your own.
Well, I'm gonna let them have their business back. I don't really need it, but I'll let them keep the profits from this.
Cheers to
don't
you,
need
my
more.
friend. Very well done.
I don't need more. The sea gives me everything I need.
Well, I got something for you on my travels when I met these fine folk who I'd like to introduce you to.
Oh yes, the ones you've brought back.
Yes. Well, this my fine friend here, this dwarven fellow who I have to reach very far down in order to touch his shoulder because he's so fucking short. He brought a nice he brought a nice whiskey for you to try, which I think, if you convince him, he might actually make it for you. And you'd be known throughout the land with something as good as this shit right here.
Gillian, I would be wonderfully impressed and very wonderfully happy for you to try this whiskey that I have made.
He holds out his glass. You pour him some. I've already got.
The bottle is nicely imbued with a label that I wasn't expecting. It says on it, Orc of Fire. Because it's some kind of fire water that he's made. That is beyond reproach. Some turkey that he likes to drink.
Oh. Now that
Wasted opportunity.
is a good whiskey.
That is a good whiskey, that is for sure. And then we got next to him, the dork in dreading. He's always seeking information. He's a very intelligent fella. His name is Fenor.
Fenor.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I was hoping you would correct him. But
When he's this drunk, I don't correct him. There's no point. He just argues and shouts Zeus at me.
I'm drunk too, you bastard.
Don't tell me what that is not is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this fucker right here. Now, I can't remember his name because he doesn't talk that much.
I'm Verisalar. Nice to meet you.
it's nice to meet you, son.
And you very well know, I wouldn't call her my assistant because she's not, because she's her own person and she's a wonderful human being.
She's
But her name's Minor, which you very well know she's done
yes,
errands
I know
for me.
Mina.
Yeah, she...
How is Ada doing? I haven't seen her here at the party yet.
Do I know about
No,
why
you
it
wouldn't
is
know
in
her.
here?
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
I
She's
haven't
not
seen.
here.
I haven't seen her.
You have
um,
seen her, but
Okay.
not since you saw him too.
No, argue about it, that's
Yeah.
fine. Let's do it on stream. That's great. No, have a discussion, that's great.
That drive home's gonna be awkward.
So at that, actually, an older, I believe. So an older lady starts to walk in, with red hair that's going white, and she walks over to Gellin and says, "Ah, are these the new recruits then?" And she goes, "It's nice to meet all of y'all. I'm Ep01. I'm one of the other members of the council. I believe y'all have met mine already. She tends to run errands for me and get things done for me.
He does a damn fine job of it too.
If she was happy with y'all's, my brain completely blanked.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Neither
Yeah,
neither
if she
dog
was
sound
happy
for
with
that.
y'all's performance with that business in Burl, then I'm definitely looking forward to working with you. Actually, if you gentlemen will follow me and Mina, she looks over at Gellin. Gellin, round up the others and let's speak with them over in your study. So,
Come with me, fellas. Got some presentation for you that you might find very, very interesting. So keep your wits about you. Alright?
Who is that lady who's speaking to us? What's her name again?
Edda. EDA.
That's it.
Then
Be mindful and sober up real quick. Where's the bathroom?
Land.
yeah, I
It's
was
down the
making sure
hall
you
to the
didn't
left,
have
but make it
ETA
quick.
'cause it sounded like you're saying Edda.
I did just now.
Never mind.
Because I misremembered.
I'm good.
But yeah, Edda Oland. OWE Land. It's her last name. And she is the senior member of the town council. She's been around the longest.
You know, bitch.
So she leads y'all up to Gellen's study. And shortly after, Gellen comes in with 3 other people. Eleander Fireborn, a kind of taller, stocky human. Manistrad Copperlocks. A dwarf, a little bit tall for a dwarf. Fiery red hair. And then behind them, Anders Solmore. He's a younger human. He's obviously some kind of noble. He's dressed in silly noble clothes.
This is silly. What's silly?
And so they come in, they shut the doors, and they all look to at are we ready to get this show on the road then? She goes, yes, I think it's about time. So, we sent Asimar and Mina out to Burrow to find some adventurers, and you 3 seem like a fine lot.
You know.
We've had some trouble on the way to the mines. There's a house that has had a kind of a long am I blanking on English? But but this house, almost a mansion really, has had a long reputation for being haunted. It used to belong to an alchemist, and he died. And ever since then, people have gone in there, not come back. People that have approached it and come back have said there were just all kinds of ghosts and paranormal activity there. And this is on the way to the mines. While I might not like, the mining activities, we on the council are agreed that the mines are very important. We can't have something like this directly on the way to the mine. It has brought us a bunch of silver, and we can't send people back and forth. People skirt widely around it, go off the road, and when people go off the road, they get attacked. Bandits, monsters. We try to keep the monsters in check, but we can't get them all. We need y'all to go to the house, check everything out. If there is anything happening there, take care of it. If not, just come back, let us know everything you find. And if you find anything especially interesting, any alchemy treasures, any recipes, anything like that, they're yours to keep. We just ask that once everything is handled, you come back to us and we can dispel any rumors going throughout town about this house once and for all. Been a thorn on our side for a long time, but until the mines opened up, we weren't worried about it. Nobody went out there unless they were teenagers going to spooky house. So, if you check it out and come back, we're willing to give you each 400 gold pieces to have this done quickly and for all, or once and for all. anything of value you find in the house is, of course, yours to keep. And if you plan on staying in Saltmarsh, we would consider having it converted over if it's not too run down to fix up
What?
the house. If it's too run down, we could talk about maybe leasing y'all some land in town. We'll see. But for now, 400 gold pieces a piece. Anything you find there, we just need this handled. And we'll probably have more work for you in the future if you wish to stay in town. There's definitely room in Saltmarsh for people who can get things done.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Indeed.
So everybody in the council nods. Magistrate Copperlocks looks at each of you and says, I would really appreciate all of your cooperation. I have done everything I can to make this mine successful. I know there's riches down farther in that mine, but without enough people coming back and forth, we can't dig deep enough. So, if any of you ever need anything of my company, I would also offer just that you come and ask, and I will see what I can do to accommodate you.
Thank you, sir.
And roll me perception.
Who is this man right here?
That is a woman.
What?
That is a woman.
Woman?
Yeah.
Oh, the same person. Oh,
No,
something different.
Manistrad Copperlocks. She's a female dwarf, fiery red hair.
With copper locks.
And roll me persuasion. Or not persuasion, perception. I mean,
Perception.
You know what?
No, over here.
17.
17. Get your shit out of here.
Plus the perception is 1, so
you do notice that she looks at you about twice as long as she looks at anybody else in the group.
Oh my!
I do have a way with ladies, especially the dwarven ladies.
Get us some more money.
Interesting. What was your name again?
Manistrad.
them digits.
Manistrad.
Say it again. I got this buffoon over here next to me speaking too loud.
I get that PO
That
box.
one. I believe it's Manistrad. Shadow.
Shadow.
Manistrad Copperlocks.
Mistrad.
Hey!
Oi.
Oh.
Oi.
Si, senor.
Oi.
Thank you.
Oi. Oi. Oi.
Alright. But I think that is where we'll wrap for now. I was going to leave off on a slightly different note, but we do have the adventure hook for now. And next time we'll be getting into the first adventure of this campaign.
On the next exciting adventure of Saltmarsh 90210.
Oh.